Let us discuss the next question. This is from the year 2015. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India is a provision made in A. The Preamble, B. The DPSPs, C. Fundamental Rights, and D. Fundamental Duties. The correct answer here is, if you see the wordings, to uphold and protect, they are asking you to do something. So that kind of wordings is present only in the fundamental duties. So it is the fundamental duties. If you look at the in-depth explanation, the fundamental duties are mentioned in Article 51A of the Constitution and Part 4A. They were not part of the original Constitution but later on added to the amendment, that is the 42nd Amendment of 1976. And later on one more fundamental right was added during the 86th Amendment Act of 2002, making the overall 10 plus 1 11 fundamental duties. And the fundamental duties were based on the recommendations of the Swaran Singh Committee. If you look at Article 51A and look at the clause D here, it says to defend the country and to render the national service. And if you look at the clause C here, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and the integrity of India. It is clearly mentioned in the clause C of the fundamental duties. So the correct answer here is fundamental duties. Also note that the fundamental duties, they are applicable only to the citizens and they are not applicable to the foreigners. So the correct answer here is D, fundamental duties. Let us discuss the next question. This is from the year 2017. Which one of the following statements is or are true of the fundamental duties of an Indian citizen? Statement 1. A legislative process has been provided to enforce these duties. Statement 2. They are correlative to the legal duties. Select the correct answer. The fundamental duties, they were not part of the initial constitution, not part of the original constitution. They were later on added through an amendment. And currently we have 11 fundamental duties, and these fundamental duties, they are not justiciable. They are just moral obligations which a citizen has to follow towards the state and towards the society at large. So they are not justifiable and not enforceable. They are just moral obligations. Now let's look at the statements. Statement 1 says, a legislative process has been provided to enforce these duties. No, the fundamental duties are not enforceable. They are in the nature of moral obligations. So no legislative process has been provided to enforce these duties. Hence this statement will be incorrect. Statement 2, they are correlative to the legal duties. The legal duties have the legal obligations, and also failure to do the legal obligation will have some punishments. But the fundamental duties, when you fail to follow the fundamental duties, there are no punishments which are there. Hence there are no legal duties. There is no legal provisions for the failure to follow the fundamental duties. They are just in the nature of moral obligations. Hence this statement will also be incorrect. Now the question is asking us to select the correct answer. Because both the statements are incorrect, the answer will be D, neither 1 nor 2. Coming to the in-depth explanation, the original constitution didn't have any provisions with respect to the fundamental duties. Later on during the amendment, during the 42nd Amendment of 1976, we added the fundamental duties in the Part 4A of the Constitution, and we added Article 51A to the Constitution. It was based on the Swaran Singh Committee, and initially we only had 10 duties. Later on we added one more duty as per the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now total we have 11 duties from A to K. The fundamental duties are applicable to the citizens only. They are not applicable to the foreigners who are living in the India, and they are not justiciable by the courts. The parliament can enforce these duties by making the suitable legislations, but the parliament has not made the legislation to implement all of the duties. So that is why as of now they are primarily moral obligations. The legal duties, when we say legal duties, or those particular duties, there is a law for imposing that duty, and failure to follow that will have some punishment. But if you don't follow the fundamental duties, there is no punishment for it, and they are just moral obligations. Coming back to the question, the correct answer here is neither one nor two.